Okay, here we go. Saturday, January the 5th, the Walk of Life. Take one. And he's following the little car with the big car behind him. And whoa, he's going way too fast. Way too fast. Way too fast. You have to put a rope on you to hold you back, or you're gonna have to put a rope on me to pull me along.
You should have been on a skateboard.
There you go.
How was that?
Yeah, that's about good. So here we are, Saturday morning, January the 5th. A little overcast. Temperature not too bad. I would say probably mid-30s. Had a little rain last night, a little sleet this morning. But all in all, a good day for walking. Got the brand new driver, Valerie Schaefer, who kindly consented to come and leave the warmth of the desert in Phoenix, come here to the cold in the deep south to drive the car. Here we go through the rural Arkansas countryside, just north of Maumelle, where Vic lives, just north of Little Rock. Enjoying the open day for the walk. This is part of the part of seeing the country in super slow motion from ground level. Different topography and geography. I can imagine that this part of the world would look quite nice in the summer with the leaves, all the trees. There's a lot of trees around here. Typically what I do in the morning when I start out is I have a few mantras that I mutter and utter as I go, and those are typically the names of the honorees: my son Jonathan, Ross, Cease, men and women of the military, and then the names of the people in the bag. Bag, the bag, the bag. And since I'm appreciative of whoever is driving, the driver always gets top billing as well, since I do know that regardless of the fact that this is my deal and my idea and I'm doing the walking, it is a team effort, and without the driver I ain't going anywhere. So very much appreciative of the driver, so thank you, Val. Thank you, Mom, to start out with. Thank you, Jim, for your replacement and your diligence driving. Thank you, Vic, for your contribution, and also for your the video stuff. This is actually cool. And thank you, Valerie, for showing up and being the driving for the final leg. All goes well. Should be in Key West by the first part of April, which I realize might be somewhat problematic for people who wanted to be there for the end. figuring out how exactly to do that. But I may just quietly stroll to the finish line. This is what it looks like, what it has looked like for the last 7 months. 2,600 and some loose change miles. 5 million steps. Probably about $64 in loose change. Coins picked up along the way. Through British Columbia, Alberta, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, now into Arkansas, on the way to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and then into Florida. Going down the west coast of Florida. That's the Gulf side, for those of you who are directionally challenged. Then down into Key West, to the buoy in Key West. The southernmost part of the continental United States that the general public can get to. Technically, the southerlymost part is a military establishment where civilians cannot go. So at the end of the day, I will have gone from Whistler, British Columbia, Key West, Florida, somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 miles, covering the span of about 10 months, and it'll probably be about 8 million, probably about 8 million steps by the time I'm done. Who knows how many coins? That'll be interesting to find out. And then we get past the cows. Hey cow. Hey cow. I like to talk to the animals. So anyway, it was nice to chat with the animals. So that is kind of what the walk of life is. And since it is all about living, this happens to be a dream of mine. As I've walked along, I've bumped into a variety of people who are in the process of living their dreams. A couple of guys yesterday at a little restaurant in Little Rock, buying local products and using sustainable processes. Food is absolutely wonderful. Another guy I bumped into he was from Wisconsin, Vietnam veteran. All he wanted to do was buy a camper and go hunting with his dogs. And that was his dream. So he was retired from whatever he did, bought the camper, bumped into him in the middle of Kansas, taking his dogs and going out hunting. He was living his dream. Bumped into several people in British Columbia earlier in the summer, riding their bikes across Canada, which I guess from tip to tip is somewhere in the 4,000 to 5,000 mile neighborhood. And that was their dream. So we all have our dreams and our aspirations, things that we and like my good friend Mark told me as I was planning this, to quote Red from Shawshank Redemption, he says, "Get busy living, or get busy dying. So that's how come I'm here. Had a dream, thought I would go and fulfill it, do something outrageous.